this first. Okay. All right. So I'm recording. I'm going to take this image into Photoshop.
Yeah, and I had a question actually when I was thinking of, I did a couple of things myself before you come.
Yeah.
So my question was, once you've done the wax and you've used the heat gun, can you do another layer of wax with heat gun?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you could put like another color.
Another coat.
You could put another color, another coat. You could add a white, you could add a gray, you could add blue, you could do, and then you can see how those two layers kind of react to each other. You could scrape back to what was underneath. I mean,
yeah, because I started to like try to put another layer, and I'm like, maybe you're not.
Yes, you can even put just like a clear wax medium layer on there that doesn't have any color, and it just kind of softens the whole thing. Which might actually be your answer, because possibly you don't want to add another busy color. You want to keep it like
no. I was thinking like shadows, like different areas.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So you could add a clear layer of wax, and then you can rub it with pigment stick. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do to shade it or color it. Right now, I feel like it has a lot of texture, but let's look at it. Let's look at it first.
It has a lot of texture down here for sure.
Yeah, but I love that. I don't want you to touch her dress. I think her dress. I think her dress is perfect. I think that I like the right side better than the left side. Yeah, I feel like the right side is good. Let's look at this. Let's look at this in Photoshop for 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Because I think I'll be able to.
And the other thing I was going to say is if I could work on the flowers here.
Oh yeah, but I would leave that till the end.
And yeah, okay.
Okay, so here we go. All right. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I just have this crop.
You know, this photo that you have in Photoshop looks a little more fuzzy than in reality.
Yeah.
The lines are more distinct.
Right, because, well, probably just because I'm taking it off the screen too.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, because it's like second generation from the original. And it's cropped a little bit tight on the thing.
So, it just looks softer around her, and here is really lines.
Okay.
I just wanted you to know.
Yeah. So like on this side, you mean really lines?
Yeah, they're real lines. Like, I don't know if you could see, but they're lines.
I mean, part of me, like, I really like this area. I think you did a great job. Like this area right around the bouquet. I do feel like there's a lot of texture, and I think that you probably are wanting it to be smoother. So let's talk about smooth. Like even in here in the dress, like this area right here. I mean, these like blobs maybe should come off. You know, they could come off.
Okay.
And so there's a couple ways that we can go about fixing stuff.
Okay.
One of the ways is scraping back, and one of the ways is painting over. So it's like scrape back or paint. So take it off or add more. It's like add or subtract. So you're constantly like thinking, now here.
Can we subtract that area?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we should think about subtracting on her dress and adding on the curtains.
Okay.
So like these little, you know, you said that I don't see in this photo, I don't see like ridges here.
Yeah.
I see stripes of color. And over here, I see more like ridges, but I actually like them because they're light. But let's just see what happens if let me just see. I want to just lighten this side. So if I lighten this side, let's just see if we like it. I think it's gonna look do you see how even just making it whiter looks like a little bit, I would see, I just like that. I like the lightness sort of coming in a circle or a square. Do you see that? How I just made it like lighter and a little bit darker on the edges. And I wouldn't take away anything. I would just add white paint or white encaustic paint.
Okay.
Do you like the way that looks?
Yes, I do, much more.
Okay. And then for this too, like this is lovely. If you look at this closely, it's actually like a little bit of a gradient. So it goes from like black to medium gray to light gray to like light gray, and then back to like medium gray, darkest gray. Do you know what I'm saying? So it goes from dark to light in her middle and then back to dark. And I think that's really beautiful. Like, I think that that's just tasteful and elegant. It's so beautiful. So we could emphasize that by putting a little bit more darkness at the bottom, like here, you know, like kind of a little, maybe a little bit of black at the very bottom.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And a little bit of darkness, like fix her hair. So you can just even use like a tiny bit of a dark pigment, like just see, just like kind of like fix the top of her head dark.
Okay.
Right? And the bottom of her dress dark.
Okay.
Right. And then that kind of, and she's like an hourglass, right? So it's like that beautiful figure. And that, see, even that looks really nice. So dark at the top, dark at the bottom. And then we can definitely paint the flowers more. You know, you have a little bit of green in here and a little bit of pink. You can definitely paint the flowers. Like here's a flower, here's a flower. I mean, you could paint them light pink or red. What color did you say they were?
They were pink.
Yeah. I mean, you could make a really nice pink. I think that if we keep, I think we need to like maybe modify, you know, this and make this a different color. So, and again, the color could be, it could be a peachy, like white. It could be light gray. It could be white. It could be light blue. It could be yellow. I mean, that's sort of where you get into this sort of like, let's just, for example, I just want to see something for, I mean, yellow, I don't know how you feel about yellow, but let's just.
I like all colors.
I know. Let's, I mean, it's.
Do you do that for yourself too when you're doing a project? Do you go to Photoshop and?
I do. I do this all the time. And actually, I'm teaching a collage class, and I could actually show you what I made them do today. Was I actually made them photograph the collages and make Xeroxes, and I made them work on the Xeroxes.
Oh.
So I made them make, like, this is just one option. So, and this is something you could do in your downtime, you know, when you're not in the encaustic studio. Because you could take your photos of your encaustic pieces and play around with them. So what do you think of it with yellow?
I think I prefer it different. The yellow is too bright for me.
Okay.
So, I wanted it to be more romantic.
Okay, so let's take the yellow away.
And rosy. I think the white is nice.
Like the white better? Well, let's go
light pink or peach.
Well, here's,
I don't know if blue would be good. I don't know, maybe.
Let's see if we added more pink. So here's pink. So look, we left the white, like that white square there.
Yes.
But now we're adding some rosy pink, and look, we're just adding it, you know, randomly.
And this is with wax, right?
Well, this could be with, I think you should do this with pigment sticks. What do you think about that? Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that more.
Okay. So this is kind of fun too. So look at this. We can save this one. We can save this one, and we can switch the color. I like this. I like this color.
Would you add like anywhere that purple at the bottom left? Would you add that?
I like the purple, yeah. So wait, I'm taking the pink away. So do you like it better like this? So do you like it better like this? And wait, we can add some purple. Let's add purple. this is just, it's just fun. So what you're actually doing here is that you're sort of making decisions without
doing the,
well, you're just sort of planning, you know, you're sort of like, I like the purple at the bottom. And then look, you could add a little bit of that purple up here. I mean, I don't know if it's too much. You can put a little bit of purple in her dress. I mean, yeah, like the possibilities are kind of endless.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
I don't know if I like that last one.
Yeah.
But again, like we can put it on later. We can put it, you know, we can put it later. Maybe that looks nice. Do you like that?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
You like that? All right, so let's look at the two that we have. I like that. I like the purple in there.
So I guess what it is, they're white brush strokes, right?
Well, okay, so let's wait, hang on. I'm gonna make a folder. Okay. So let's talk about which one we want to do, and then we'll talk about how to do it. All right, so these are the 3 images.
There's another one at the bottom.
Oh, there is. Let me grab it. Thanks. Good eyes, good eyes. Where'd it go? Oh, I see it. It's under us.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, so it's nice comparatively, right? To kind of look at them. So this is the only way I think I can really make a proper decision is to work. I'm getting really interested in this sort of comparative art process, you know? This was the original. So you can see here, do you see, I think what you're reacting to in the original too, is that it's kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's flat, right? Right. She's not popping off the background.
It doesn't have a feeling or a mood to it.
Right. And I think honestly, like, I like this one. I think is my favorite.
Yes.
I think that the purple's too strong here at the bottom.
Yes.
Although it does make the bottom of her skirt really pop out.
Stand out.
I just still think I like it the best.
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's try to do this. So I have this as a picture. So now let's physically try to do this. Okay. So let's talk about this one. Let me make it bigger. So what I would do is I would probably take either wax medium or slightly diluted white encaustic paint. Right? So that's white encaustic paint, like 50-50 with wax medium. And I would get a big brush, and I would brush over top of what you have. So let's not scrape, because I also think too, scraping is hard for you. I think
for some reason I like that, but
you like scraping.
Yeah, but it's fine. Do you ever anything like a sponge? Like you can't use a sponge, right?
Not with the wax.
Not with the wax.
But you could use a sponge with the paint. You could use a sponge on the photo, just not with the wax.
Yeah, because on your Photoshop, it had that feeling of a sponge, not necessarily.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right? That's interesting, right? Because it was like kind of, because it's kind of like hazy.
The spray, yeah.
Oh, like a spray, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right, so let's try to add some, so we're not going to add an opaque layer of white. We're going to add a translucent layer of white.
Yes.
So that's like 50-50 paint and 50-50 encaustic wax medium.
Okay. So you want me to use the same brush?
Yeah, you can use that one. No, use a bigger's better.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Where's your photo that you did?
It's right here. Do you want to see it? Oh yeah, here, I'll screen share.
Or if you just text it to me, I have it.
You know what? I can take a picture of it and text it to you. Hold on. So it's kind of like around, definitely along her backside. It looks so pretty. It really does look beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
So it's almost like we want to get that glowy light behind her again.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
And if you're semi-translucent too, you can build it up gently. And you want these strokes to be nice and smooth. So don't try to go too far. Don't try to
just go short.
Yeah, like, yeah, go short and go fluid. You don't, as soon as it starts to not be fluid. Yes, beautiful. Yes, just do it. Yep, just do it. And that looks perfect.
Oh,
that looks perfect. Whatever you just did, do that. Get a little bit closer to her. And if you go over the bottom of the bouquet, don't worry about it because you can just scrape it off. So do like, yep, perfect. And then behind her. Like straight down her back. And then if we need to, we'll scrape her hair back. Yeah, just go right. Yep, go right up closer to her. Go right over her butt. Right down her back. Okay.
I need more. Okay.
So what we're doing is we're simultaneously like lightening up like behind her and around her, and we're also smoothing out, you know, some of those stripes that we made with the stencil.
But just stay closer to her and not go towards the side.
Well, we're basically making like a rectangle around her, so it's fine. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't go over like across the top of her head. I would just kind of go along the sides of her. Yep, that looks good. That looks like a good one.
So now when I put this brush back into the same wax,
no, don't. Yeah, don't put it in there. Put it. Do you have an extra little pan? You should make like a mud pot.
Okay, like I see.
So I always have like a dirty wax pot that I put the dirty brushes in, and then if you need to
get the wax, mistake to go.
You either need to clean that brush or get a new brush. Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
I think I need to do more.
Oh, I think it's looking good. Yeah.
Should I do more?
Well, I think we're gonna have to fuse it. I think I think that's enough white. I would fuse. I think it looks beautiful. Let's fuse it and scrape it.
Okay. So you see like these lines.
What lines? Yeah.
You know, here.
Yeah. If you want to try to close those lines, you can try to close them either with the heat gun, or we can try to close. So you can take the wax, the brush, and you can literally just like go over those lines.
With a clear wax?
Yeah. If you feel like there's little holes that you don't like, I mean, think about it as a wall surface. If you had like little holes in your wall, you would probably get the spackle out and you would fill the holes, right?
Yeah, it's not the whole. So like you wouldn't want me to cover this completely, like maybe even in a light pink.
If you don't like it, you can absolutely cover it. I like it. I think you're feeling like it's, from what I'm hearing you say, you think it's a little too stripy. And you know what, at the bottom, I'm going to agree with you that I think it's too stripy.
Yeah, here it's like.
Yeah. So smooth it out by putting a layer of wax on it.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with you. I second that.
Yeah, okay.
I agree. Yeah, and a good choice too, using that smaller brush. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could put a little bit of that you still have some of that white, throw some white on there.
I do.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use that anywhere. Use it up. I mean.
So now what happens? This goes with the clear. So if I put it here with the paint, I can't go back in here.
That's right. So use the other, the other brush.
Another brush.
So you use the bigger brush. Oh, it's okay. You just did it. It's fine.
Right.
Okay. Do you know how to clean your brushes?
Just by putting it here, you think?
Well, you just heat them out and then squeeze them with a paper towel and and then it should be clean. Yep. That's all you got to do. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
And now it can go back in the wax medium.
The stripe is a little less.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Great.
So I should fuse it now?
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
I mean, here is a little stripy too, but.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the color over there. So put some wax medium on it.
Oh, put wax medium on it?
Yeah, if you don't like the stripiness, you can get rid of it like 20% by putting wax medium on it. And you don't always have to go up and down. Remember, you can go across.
Right.
Don't feel restricted by going vertically. If you feel, yeah, go curvy. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, muscle memory and sort of like comfort level. These are all really important factors, you know?
Yes, yes. So I'll fuse everything now?
Yep, fuse everything, and then you can give it a gentle scraping, kind of tone it down.
Okay. I don't even remember where I put it here. It's still pretty stripy, but.
Oh, look, we're going to blend out the stripes a little bit when we add a little bit of pigment stick because we're going to paint over them. So remember, you have a couple more opportunities to chill them out.
Okay.
And you're going to scrape.
So I'll wait before I scrape it, right?
Yeah, wait till so it's not quite so hot. But why don't you try scraping the dress a little bit to get those bumps out that you didn't like in the dress? You could use the wood.
Should I use the heat gun first?
No, you don't need to.
Oh, okay.
I feel like if you use the heat gun, you might dig too far. Just try to take them off.
Yeah, I need to put more ink. I think I pushed too hard.
Did you scratch it?
Yeah, I just went into her dress a little bit here.
That's okay. It's okay. We can blend it with a little pigment stick, or you can put a little wax medium on it. Don't scrape it anymore. You know, something like that, that's like a little nick, you can literally, fill it in, go over it, or you can rub it closed with your finger. You can kind of heal the wax if it has like a little hole in it.
Yeah. I just think I need later a darker. This is still kind of warm, right?
That's okay. You can start scraping it. Just be gentle. I know scraping is kind of relaxing.
I really like it.
Yeah, it is relaxing. I know it is relaxing. Well, I always like the way it looks after I scrape it. I mean, I think that I like it's almost like I don't know, like frosting a cake. It's just like when you do the scraping, everything looks better.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? I like it. I like it. Are
I
you
don't know
okay
what's
with, are
happening
you okay with all
here.
that texture?
Here, I wished it was more flat, but
Okay, so look, I feel like you're getting a lot of texture there. So you need to, if you want to fill in those holes, like here, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Like, hold it up there. Yeah, hold on. All right, so if you want to fill in those holes, you need to take wax, and you actually need to, like, if you want to fill in these holes, like this one, you're gonna need to actually fill them. So you can see how holy they, you can see them, right?
uh-huh.
So you're gonna actually have to drip wax in here and here, right? Do you see all these holes? And here.
Yes.
Okay, so rather, I think for you, rather than brushing, I think you're gonna want to drip into there. You know what I mean by that? So just pick the brush up, and I think it can be
Is
that.
this a good size
Yep,
brush?
perfect. Yep. So you're actually gonna want to like you're filling, like dumping sand in there, right? So, or you can do, remember how we did the dabbing? Remember how we dabbed with the stencil?
Yes.
So think of it like that. So where you see the hole, get some milky white, semi-transparent. Yep, just drop it in there. Yep. And then you're gonna just fuse it and scrape it down so it's flat. So anywhere you see a hole that you want flatness, just go ahead and fill it. And don't worry about how it looks. Just go ahead and fill it. I'm not worried about what it looks like right now. I'm just interested in getting that level, that layer flat, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because then we can use our other techniques to smooth, to even it out.
It also fell into places it wasn't supposed to.
Okay, well, we'll just scrape that off. I'm not worried about that. It's like it, you know what? It's that famous old like little comic strip, it's like you fix one thing and something else happens. And that's
Yes.
okay. That's okay. But then eventually you kind of just get to that happy place where you're like,
Yes.
in general, like the way it looks, right?
So I'll fuse it first.
Excuse me. Yes, thank you. Yes, fuse it first. Yep. And that's always kind of a go-to. You can.
Pardon me?
It's always a go-to, like a little rhythm.
Yeah.
And don't overfuse it so it pools out. Just gently fuse it. You don't want to make like little puddles, and we don't want to lose all the stuff that we have, right?
I just was trying to push it into. Yeah, it's definitely smoother.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Then go ahead and scrape when you feel when you feel confident that it's when you feel confident that all the little holes are filled, then go ahead and scrape it.
I mean, there are more holes, but should I keep going then?
Yeah. I mean, this is something you need to do, so you can keep going until it's, take your time.
Yeah, there are a lot of holes.
Okay, well, yep, let's just focus on filling them so we have a nice, I want to see if we can get a nice level, even surface. This is a good technique to learn because the holes happen.
Yeah.
Now you're learning how to handle them. So if you
And
like
you have
them,
to kind of know where you're going to take the brush before you remove your hand from the pot of wax.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, pick one at a time. Yeah, don't get over there and then change your mind, I guess, right?
Right. Or don't get on top of the canvas and not know where you're, because it all drips.
Right, right. Direct your drip. Pick your target. Pick your target and lay it in there.
Pick the target, yes.
Yeah, pick the target.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
And then when you're ready, you can scrape it. You feel like you're ready to scrape it?
Do you think the piece is ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Much more smooth.
Oh, good. Well, then that was good. We really accomplished something.
Yeah.
So now you kind of know that if you're not, don't put as much pressure on yourself to, brush as evenly, you can compensate for it. You can fix it later.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So don't stress out. Don't stress out too much about that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, nice.
But I created other issues I see in your here.
Oh yeah, the little polka dot. Yeah, but those are scrapable. It's easier to scrape them down now you have, because you're not dealing with like divots.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. They're
Scrape
scrapable.
it down now.
Yep, scrape it down now. And then really this is a personal preference. I mean, how much you want how flat you want it to be. It's really up to you. There's no right and wrong about this.
Okay.
You just have to like the way it looks. I think color wise and tonality, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just really up to you and how.
Yeah, because in person, it doesn't strike me as much as it did when it was up on your screen.
Well, right, but there's the photograph you're gonna be nitpicking it a little bit more. You don't notice sort of all of those things, I think, when you're just looking at the artwork. And remember too, when we normally look at artwork, we don't look at it close up. We look at it from about 6 feet away. So that's the other thing, is you want your eyes to like gently look at it. You don't want to over scrutinize it.
Ever not that I would do it here, pour wax and then let's say this lace, push it.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to do it to the space, but so am I ready for the purple, you think?
I think if you're
Or
happy,
other colors?
I think if you're happy with the way the wax looks, I think you can do the purple at the bottom.
So try
I
to
think the
be,
dress looks great.
the dress looks good. So try
Yeah.
to be as much. So then the next layer of color doesn't correct the issue. I should first have it the way.
Well, you're gonna stop working on the wax at a certain point, and you're gonna start working with another medium. So you're gonna either work, with the when you're happy with the wax, you're gonna switch gears to the pigment sticks. And I think you should do the bottom with pigment sticks. I don't think you should do the bottom with encaustic. Although if you have you have a good purple.
I have to look.
If you have a nice purple encaustic paint that you like, you can use that, or else you can go ahead and just use your whatever you have that's purple, whatever purple that you have that you love.
Okay. All right. Stick. I don't think I have any purple.
You want to try to make a purple?
Sure. Red and blue and yellow.
Red and blue. I would stay away from the yellow.
So red and yellow.
Red and blue.
Red and blue. Oh, so stay away from yellow. Yeah. Are you like constantly buying material?
You know what? I try to hold off. I keep a list. I keep a list of what I want. And then because if I just go on the website, I'll go like I'll just like want to get everything. Right. So I try to keep a list of colors that I want, if that makes sense.
Right.
And yeah, so like if you don't have, like today, we're looking for purple, you could start a little scratch pad or a little piece of paper and say, okay, like I'd like more, I'd like to look at purples.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter. I'm going to teach you also that you can basically use your pigment sticks in your wax. So you can basically, I'm going to teach you that. So you can literally take the pigment stick put it with some wax medium on the hot plate and make your own. You can make your own color.
So really? Okay.
Yeah, you can put it.
I added a little bit here.
Yeah, I like it.
So now I think the way you had it, we had pinks here. And here.
Yeah, but I would do that. Let's do that with a pigment stick. I don't want you to do that with encaustic.
Right.
I think you're good. I think you're good with the encaustic paint. I feel like there's nothing really else that you need to. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a pink. So it would be white and red. So this is a part that, again, you wouldn't use a sponge, right? You just use your fingers.
For the pigment sticks?
Uh-huh.
You can use a paper towel or a sponge. I've never used a kitchen sponge with, I've used makeup sponges.
Uh-huh.
I would probably start there. I feel like the kitchen sponge is gonna be so textural.
I didn't mean the kitchen sponge. I meant like paint, you know, how you sponge paint some things.
Use a paper towel.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So, yeah, this I did with my fingers, but I think they're too, I should make it. Yeah. I know that. What do you think of this side?
I like it. I like it. I like that kind of, I like the purple on the bottom and I like the white. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I like it.
I put the pink here.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's looking a lot like our photo. I think it's looking really good. Don't go too much closer to her. Leave that glow.
Okay. So I'll use the same pink perhaps on the other side.
Yeah, and a little bit of purple at the bottom. You can get your, if you need to get it.
These pigment sticks are so fun to work with.
I know, I love them. And I love how they're just like flattering. I mean, think of them as like makeup on our face. I mean, we look okay, but if we wear a little bit of makeup, we just look like, you know, we look better. We just look like, you know, smooth and beautiful and sparkly and glossy. I mean, just all of those things. And a little bit more colorful.
This is like, you know, kind of fantasy. It's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it's really getting good. I love the purple at the bottom. I think you could put a little bit of pink in her bouquet. Have you been doing that in the flowers?
Okay, now with that, should I put like a real flower? I mean, just lines, or should I just put dots?
I just put dot. I usually use my fingertip or the tip of a brush. If you want to try painting it with a brush.
Yes.
You could put a brush in there and you might want to get a little bit of your extender. You're going to want your extender.
Okay.
Because remember, the extender is similar to the wax medium and it's going to make the paint, you know, like flow a little bit more.
Okay. So extender with the little pink. Wrong finger. Okay. Well, maybe blush.
October, November, December, January, February.
Oops.
What happened?
I pulled the brush's tip off.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that looks like a nice brush. This looks like nice soft. Sometimes use my finger.
Yeah, I was going to, except
I
my
think it's
finger
harder
was-
with the gloves. I think using your finger with the gloves is a challenge.
So let me show you what I was doing to see if I'm on the right track. Oh, it doesn't show
What? Oh,
the pink.
no, I can see it. It's good. It's good. You're gonna have to put something a little darker red to contrast. I think that looks good though. And whatever you're using for the red, you could add a little bit to one of the areas of the curtain that you think you might want to make a little bit darker.
Yeah, because that's the only place.
And yeah, I don't like to put one color only in one place. I like to spread it around or so, yeah, just, and you're gonna rub it in. Yeah.
Oops. And then what about the bottom of her bouquet?
Yeah, you're gonna wanna, I would just do something like dark gray or something.
You know, like, okay.
Oh,
so
the
I
flowers
did-
look good. The flowers look really good.
Okay, and then here, should I do anything with the stem of the flowers?
I would just put gray. I wouldn't try to put green in there. I think I wouldn't try to put green in there. I would just do like dark gray.
Little purple, oh, gray.
Or
Okay.
dark purple. Yeah, purple and gray could be good. I wouldn't try to add green. I think it'll just,
Yeah.
I mean, you could add a little bit in the ball part, in the bigger part of the bouquet. I think down there at the bottom. What are you adding now? Dark gray?
Yeah, I did dark gray
Yep.
on her dress.
Yep, it looks great. Yep, blend it in.
Bit.
Yep, remember when you add it to give it like the 1 2 1 2, like a plus sign. Oh my God, the bouquet really pops it. That looks amazing. It's coming together. It's getting really good.
It's coming together a little more. Oh, I
It's
should
coming
do
together.
her hair, right?
Yep, do that. Yep, do the dark on her hair on the top of her head. I think that the pigment sticks at the end just really, are essential for putting the piece, balancing it and kind of like, it's kind of like punctuation, like when we write, we just sort of stream of consciousness, we write, but then you really have to go through it and sort of, excuse me, you guys are too noisy. You really got to go through and fine tune with the punctuation.
Right.
Like whether you have, run-on sentences or, you're gonna need a comma, you need to capitalize something, right? So it's like very similar.
Oh my God. Like you, it's easier that.
Oh no, it's looking so beautiful though. It really is. I think this is I think we should stop for today. It's 6:12. I really think it's gorgeous. I would blend her hair though. Oh, that's the veil. So it looks like there's a hard line.
Here?
Yeah, just blend it so it's not so square. Just take it down a little. Yeah, with a paper towel even, just hit it. Is that, yeah, that looks better. Yeah, better.
Because there is a veil that goes here.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I kind of like what's happening here now because of color.
Yeah.
Something's happening that's more interesting. Should
Yeah.
I add anything
Well, did you
more?
put any of that purple, did you put any, that purple that you did at the bottom, was that encaustic or pigment stick? Encaustic, right?
No,
I,
it was pigment stick.
okay, I feel like you need to add a little bit of that purple somewhere up at the top, coming down, like, yeah, up at the top, coming down. Yeah, I feel like it's so pastel-y at the top. It needs a little bit of shadow, like you said earlier. I think you said, you know, you wanted some of those to have a darker side to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The holes are not showing, but
I
yeah.
think you should show. No, that's exactly what it needed. Yep. Beautiful. And then a little bit on the other side, you know, maybe, yeah, maybe starting in the corner and down. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. I think we should stop for there for today.
Okay.
And